Hello, welcome back to Thailand, welcome back to me, True Blue Thai from Thailand. Hope you're doing well. It's a Sunday, it's quite at it here in Thailand, and I'm outside in my little Thai area. For instance, trying to get everything done before the Thais wake up, even though a lot more work, making a lot of noise, and the cockaloodlooing, and yes, for instance. And we've had a bit of thunder as well, so yes, we've had it all this morning, and it's only 7:30. So yeah, whoa, well, welcome back. Anyway, so for instance, it is what it is, and so I'll just have my morning nam water. Great day to go running, etc., exercising. And gone about. It's been about 20 low, high 20s temperature wise, but feels very cool for me, especially when you do use to 40 degrees and it goes down by 10, etc. For instance, it's kind of like whoa, it's nice. So yeah, so I'm not sweating. Even though I don't sweat, I only sweat here. Literally only sweat from here to here, and that's it. Finish. I don't sweat anywhere else. Honestly, kid you not. No, it's weird. Honestly. Um, Anyway, so forget about me and my sweating. So welcome back to Man City. Welcome back to Thailand, and we've got another daily review. City 24. I'll ask what's happened to the City or the rest involving City. So we've had a couple of updates. One would just like to say congratulations to the U18s who got through to the last four in the, for instance, what's it called in there? I think the plane could be playing United next. I think it's West Ham United. West Ham United. I'm not so sure about the fourth one, but congratulations to beating Arsenal 3-2. We've done it again. We are the 93-20 please. We are the ones, the Fergie timers. So yeah, and Divine Masamba, sorry, that's the last name. Scored again, for instance, and yeah, brilliant. After going 1-0 down, sorry, 2-0 down, 1-0 down after 1 minute against Arsenal to come back and win 3-2. Just brilliant. Also in extra time. Brilliant. 106 minutes, I believe. But well done to you guys. Good luck. So, for instance, and see what we can do. Anyway, so going on, talking about Arsenal, they lost again, didn't they? Yeah, that top second position is on. Yeah, what's it called? Looking at the table as it speaks, etc. They got 64 points. Sorry, 67 points. So they got 64. They also got to play. I know they've got to play Newcastle. Don't they have to play Chelsea as well? So yeah, brilliant, absolutely superb. Really happy for that, and yeah, so we and it is on. It is on. I'm not saying we're going to do it, but to finish second place, win the FA Cup, win the Charity Shield, which everybody seems to forget, it's a win, and we beat United, and we came back. And yeah, so for instance, I think it's that. Now, I wouldn't say it's a great season, but it will make up over, for instance, yeah, and but it will be better. Better. Anyway, news. Right, there was news. Well, we're just going to pop onto the fixtures while we're going to the news because again, you got who have we got today? So the fixtures yesterday. Let me just pop into the fixture list. So I know Aston Villa won, so that put them back into contention. But I don't have to. I don't have to worry too much about Villa. Um, That's news. Next news. Yeah, Villa. So Villa beat Fulham 1-0. Everton drew 2-2 with Ipswich. Not important. 2-2. Embarrassing. Leicester 2-0 over Southampton. We got Southampton next week, and if Leicester can beat Southampton, my God, what is that? I think they are definitely on the beach, definitely on the South Coast beach, and yeah. So for instance, and today. There's fixtures. So the only one that was interesting was the Aston Villa game, but again, I'm not too worried about it because they screwed up when they got beat like a couple of weeks ago. So the Iraqs are playing Brentford. Come on, Brentford. I expect the Brentford to beat the Rex regardless whether they'll make it up and moan. And just like Arsenal's going to say, "Oh, well, it's the Champions League. We've got more important fixtures." But sorry. What's it called? Brighton against Newcastle. That's probably the biggest one for us. Newcastle just behind us, and they can go above us and send us down to fourth position. Yeah, so what's it called? So if Brighton could do us a favour, that'd be brilliant. West Ham against Spurs. Spurs are that could be an interesting one. That one. The Spurs are going to rest half the team. West Ham going to get a. There's also a North London derby or South London derby or whatever it is. It's East London against North, isn't it? Yeah, so I think that's going to be interesting. And Chelsea against Liverpool. Liverpool on the beach. This is another thing. So this is what we got to think about. So, but against United, Liverpool could do us a favour. Come on, Liverpool, do us a favour. But that was interesting. But again, for instance, it could end up with Man City to go on unbeaten or win the last few games. So that'd be really, really good. The announcement of the FA Cup final. Finally, the BBC and the ITV have sat down and said, "Listen, we can tell you what time we're going to do it." And it's and again, because we know how important the Eurovision Song Contest is, to the UK, and how important that is. For instance, which is just ridiculous. And so for instance, forget about the fans, forget about whatever. Let's find out where we can maximise the maximum viewing figures. Forget about the Mancunians coming down from England, from Manchester. Let's count all the empty seats. I'm sure there'll be a lot of that, but I'm sure Man City will sell out. If I was there, I'd definitely be going. That'll be. It's on Saturday at 17th of May. Again, why is it in between after Southampton and before Bournemouth? So it's not too bad between the games, as it were. So I think we got a home game against Bournemouth, the last home game of the season. Kevin De Bruyne's last home game. Oh, I'm heartbroken. And Southampton is at 16:30 again. Let's think about trains going back to Manchester. I wouldn't get a damn train if I was in the UK anyway. It's the worst train system. Honestly, I've lived in 7 different countries, and the United Kingdom is by far the worst country. Thailand's trains are better than the United Kingdom, and a lot cheaper. But I was more reliable. So I'm sorry. Scandinavian trains. I lived in Scandinavia for 10 years. They were 10 times better train system. It is like living in Scandinavia and living in the United Kingdom. I lived in Scandinavia for 10 years and then went to live in the United Kingdom. It was literally going from the top 5-star country to a third world country. It really is. This transportation system in the UK is pits. It really is. It's fun as a tourist, but it's not. So anyway, let's move on. So talk about KDB. He has been talking about whether he's going to participate in the Club World Cup. Now, for instance, according to the media, and of course you've got to listen to the media, haven't you? Yeah, of course you've got to listen to them. It appears that, for instance, they said that he doesn't want to participate in the Club World Cup a couple of weeks ago, and because, for instance, he's injured and not injured, he's upset and blah blah, and also the fact that he might be playing for another club. He might have different commitments. Now, what he's actually said is we haven't talked about it, right? So I had nothing decision. But he's also got to think about, because partly the news was right, partly because they don't know, for instance, what he doesn't know, for instance, whether he'll be signing for a new club, blah blah blah. But because his contract ends in June when the Club World Cup is on, and Man City want to extend it for one more month. I think he's a bit of an insult to it, but still, I want to see Kevin De Bruyne at the Club World Cup. No, I want to see Kevin De Bruyne staying at City, as coming to the fact that we are losing or Wirtz to we're losing Wirtz to, for instance, to Munich. So it looks like Wirtz is going to Munich now, for instance, and so that was our top target. And if we weren't getting De Bruyne, and he's, for instance, who probably softened the blow for me. Now it was either Morgan Gibbs White, the United fan, because he supports United, this guy who can't score goals, and that was by a Forest fan called Wolfie. I think he said he can't score goals, and it's clearly he can't. And for instance, it's going to cost us a hell of a lot of money. And for instance, and he's not understanding quality or the standard. It's like going from third down to here. It's like a Man City this season. It's going from here down to here, getting Morgan Gibbs White. His potential, yes, but and again, he's not a De Bruyne. So it just drives me mad. Keep De Bruyne for one more season until we can get this proper replacement for him. He clearly wants to stay, and this nonsense about money and blah blah blah. We can afford him, of course we can. So, but now we're looking at going back to Eintracht Frankfurt, going for their Hugo Larsson, 60 million euro for him. But we're backing with Liverpool as well for Hugo Larsson. Again, Mamouche came from Eintracht Frankfurt. But again, are we kind of now you know, and for instance, getting second place or third place or fourth place, you know, just keep Kevin for Christ's sake. He's not, you know, we don't expect him, Kevin, to be able to go to Kevin to what it is. He will have Rodri back. We will have a better midfield. So, for instance, we don't expect him to play every game, but for instance, but he can do a job and he can change a game. He won the game against Chelsea, Palace, which we needed to win. We won the game, got us back in the game, and won the game for us. He won the beat. We beat Wolves because of him, because he was the only person who was going to score for City. So what the bloody hell are we doing? By getting rid of Kevin De Bruyne, ask him to play in the Club World Cup, which is insulting, or it's extension for one season. And while we're looking for somebody else, it's just wrong. It really is. It's like a girlfriend getting back with a guy and say, "Could you just hang on for it? Just going to just stay with you for a little while. My boyfriend's coming, you know." Blah, blah, blah. I don't, strange analogy, but you know, just don't know what I mean. It's just stupid that, for instance, we're actually, you know, we got a guy, for instance, clearly wants to say he's got his heart in the club. We don't know, for instance, whoever's going to come. We don't even fly in Wirtz. If he came, we're just going to hit the ground running. And we need to hit the ground running because we've got to make up for this season. Because the eyes of the foot world will be watching Man City, and because the 115 crap is going to happen, the APG crap is still on the cards, and we've got to be thinking, and we've got to hit the ground running next season. And we've got a guy there, for instance, who wants to stay. You know, for instance, well, one more season. And I first think it's just logical for me to extend. And all these people who say he's washed, it's stupid. And a lot of them are kids. Kids won't know damn difference. Hello, mate. How are you? I'm my little friend, my dog friend. How are you? Yeah. But yeah, it's absolutely mad. Well, it looks like Como are opening talks with Man City on a permanent deal for Cambiasso. I think that's a done deal. For instance, also this thing about Galatasaray and this Gabriel Caesar, whatever it is now, whatever. That's not going away. So I just don't know. I really don't know. And the PSG thing with the young kid as well. 18-year-old, 42 goals in 46 appearances. This 18-year-old, yeah, he's going on a free PSG. Don't get this. I mean, you know, again, media speculation. You don't know. Also in the mid frame, there's a guy called Mahagnas Atucci. He's from where's he from? Where were you from? Monaco. So, for instance, he looks like he could be against another paper talk, media talk, God knows what. Whether he could be part of the City. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? What's going to happen? All I know is that, for instance, yeah, I've got to do up my sandals. Sorry. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting transfer window and you know, season. So, but you know, we just don't know, for instance, who we're going to get. For instance, and who's going to come in. I just think the Kevin De Bruyne thing is just, you know, you can tell if it's from the last couple of videos. It's just doing my head in. It really is, because honestly, I just find the whole thing stupid. Why the hell are we going after a guy, for instance, who can't score goals, probably costing 70, 80, 90 million quid, when we're going to get, you know, when we get Kevin De Bruyne? He's not Kevin De Bruyne of yesteryear, but he can still win the games, and he knows the system. You know, we're going to bring in a guy who doesn't know the system, who can't score a goal, but can give flat, and he's a United fan. What is the point? I just don't get it. Could someone please explain to me, what am I doing? Are we buying somebody for the future? No, we need somebody for today. We can't expect. Yeah, and this is what drives me crazy. We need to get this guy in for today. So, but I don't know. Really don't know. But anyway, let's see what happens today in football. See what the footballing terms. Good luck to the Manchester City ladies against United. Please watch the game. What's good? We've got four of our players back now, so we'll give us a bit chance. Last time we played United, we got beat by 2-0 against in the FA Cup at Joel Stadium, but we ended up losing Mary Fowler. That was 12 injuries we had. The guys can moan about the injury season. The ladies have a perfect. You know, we had 12. You know, we had an entire squad on the bench. You know, for instance, on the sat in the stands. It's ridiculous. But now we've got a few more back. Chelsea beat United. In the WSL during the week, it now leaves up down to 4 points behind. Now 4 points behind United. They've got Arsenal for their final game. City, we got a winnable game for our final game. But for instance, if we can beat them, and Arsenal do us a favour next week, beat United today, Arsenal do us a favour next week, City win, next 2 games, then we can get Champions League over United and get some revenge. You knocked out the FA Cup, but great to see Coutinho and Brinkham back. So now we've got an opportunity to watch the games. Games at 12 o'clock today, Sunday, PM United Kingdom time, 6 o'clock Thailand time. So please watch your game, etc. Support the girls. For instance, they've had a really tough team season with injuries, just like the guys have done. But they've got a great deal of grit and determination. So well done, ladies. Good luck, and I'll be rooting for you. And for instance, and let's see what happens with the Rags. Let's just laugh at the Rags getting stuffed. They'll blame it on, well, we got more important things to do. And the West Ham Spurs game, that's going to make me laugh. Who's going to win that one? Go on. And if Spurs can't beat West Ham, that's going to be pop the Postecoglou worse. His future worse. Because and they've got to go to Norway after conceding a goal. Oh God, I want Spurs to win, because the last thing I want is United playing a Norwegian side. For the I can't imagine either of us two in the Champions League. And oh God, it'd be so embarrassing. And just God, talk about the Premier League. It would just, how can you have two teams with where they are winning Europe's second largest trophy? Embarrassing. It really is. It's embarrassing. It's not because I hate United. Well, partly. But the fact is, it's just embarrassing. You just can't have it. You just can't. I'm sorry, you just can't. You can't have those two teams beating, in the Champions League, because it's embarrassing, and also embarrassing, and also, because they're just bad winners as well. So Spurs I could take, but United, no, definitely not. For instance, we're back. United fans will just be crawling out there, up for the sewer. Yeah. Oh, I just hate them. Anyway, guys, I love you and leave you. Would you please watch the game today? We're against the Rays to support the game. If you go into the game, good luck. And we now know the date of the FA Cup final. Now the Eurovision, not got a clash with the Eurovision Song Contest. Unbelievable. And for instance, let's go to Southampton, get 3 points, and let's confirm our Champions League status for next season. So, True Blue Tie from Thailand. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Hopefully, for instance, I'm sure we've got more news to talk about and laugh at United. So I'm just going to watch the highlights in Arsenal and listen to the Arsenal fans cry. Okay, guys, love you and leave you. True Blue Tie from Thailand. Take care. I'll speak to you tomorrow.